Welcome to the first ever episode of School of Sport. We'll be talking matters, sports and everything that is trending in the sporting world. Of course, for this episode, we'll be talking about the AFCON qualifiers. We have the 24 teams have been confirmed. Luckily for our team Kenya, we have qualified for the 32nd edition of the African Showpiece. The big talking point has been the game between Tanzania and Uganda. We'll be talking more about that. And of course, talking about Harambee Stars, they lost against Ghana. My analyst on set, one is Michael Kwendo, very big fanatic of AFC Leopard, a team that is not performing very well in the KPL season. And of course, on the far left, you have Samson Jura, with a sports journalist and other also to be a fanatic of Gor Mahia and Manchester United. I'm lucky to have Manchester and Gor Mahia and AFC Leopard and Arsenal fans. AFCON qualifiers, quick one. First of all, the game between Tanzania and Uganda decider whether we'll have 4 East African teams kwa AFCON, and luckily Uganda wakafanya haki wakacha Tanzania wa qualify after the 3-0. Of course, what's your take on the game kwanza?
Unaongea mbaya. Uganda hawakufanya haki. Tanzania walichukua haki yao. Unaona? Tanzania unajua wasemanga GTZ wao hawajui kucheza ball. Oh, but remember in East Africa, East and Central Africa, TZ has the biggest big clubs, unaona? Ndio Kenya tuko na Gor na FC, but ukiangalia ile rivalry ya Simba na Yanga inakuonyesha TZ iko na uwezo, unaona? Although the national team yao haijakuwa ikifanya poa vile, unaona? But this time they have come to show, and I'm sure they have set the pace. Even when they are going to Cairo, Egypt, come June, July. I'm sure after that we are yet to see the best to come out of Tanzanian league.
We are yet to see the best to come out from Tanzanian league. Of course, we mentioned about Tanzania having one of the big clubs in Africa. But of course, in the AFCON history, I think we are better placed than them. Of course, Uganda wako na 7 AFCON appearance na Tanzania wako na 2. This is the second time wana appear kwa AFCON. Kenya iko na 6. Samson Jura on the far left. Sijui your take. First of all, do you think Uganda walikula pesa ndio hii game wakachia Tanzania?
Kwa maoni yangu, kama venye nimekuwa nikiangalia hizi games venye zimekuwa zikiendelea, I think the fate that Tanzania had, it's just like the same as Kenyans. Juu ukiangalia hata venye tulishinda game yetu ya qualification when we beat Uganda, I think it's the same case for Tanzania and Uganda is a very big team in the Sekafa region. Even in their FIFA ranking, they're way up above us, all right? So I think tuseme tu waliona taking one for the team, yani for the team being East Africa, and wacha vijana waende wakaqualify. Being that they have qualified for 7 times, it's
at least bana
exactly.
Mbona ukubaliani?
Unajua unajua kani kuachilia msee wangewapiga 1-0 ingekuwa ina make sense. Lakini hasa alipigwa 3 mlaze.
Kuna jirani ambaye ukimsaidia
Skatai. Unajua ukisaidia neighbor, unaona get point. Unajua ingekuwa yenyewe TZ wanataka kuachilia, UG anataka kuachilia TZ. Wangewapiga moja alafu hata game ingekuwa na ladha. But ungewatch ile game wenye TZ walikuwa wanapiga ball brother. Ungewatch game hapo ndo ungejua yenyewe UG password ilipatikana. Remember UG walikuwa haja concede bao hata moja since the qualifiers start, ndio? But this time after this guy, the coach of TZ, Emenike, the guy alikuwa amesoma, ameanalyze UG na akawaangalia vizuri. Then unajua UG pia alikuwa shajua sasa hizi piga, unaona, with history. Ndio mwambia mtu achana na maneno ya history. Leo ni leo, unaona? So TZ walikuwa washajua UG wanakam. UG wametudharau. So TZ they took bull by the horns. No, wakaambia say this time and then kwenda brother.
Kwenda na bulls by the horn. Anyway, of course kuna majirani ambao wananga heshima. Mna agree vizuri wewe utashinda na ushinde tu na moja, but yeye anaamua yenyewe ni siku ya kufunga. Angare na wewe. Jura mentioned about East African countries. Of course Uganda, by Tanzania winning 3-0, it meant that we'll be having 4 East African nation in AFCON for the first time in history. Yani ile kubwa East Africa imewaifanya ni kukuwa na 2 teams kwa AFCON. I think back in 2004 Rwanda and Kenya. But this time we'll be having Sekafa region being represented by 4 teams. Quick one, sijui labda maoni yenu ni gani kuhusiana na jambo hili. Does it mean that if South African football is doing well, we are waking up, that now we have something to offer to the African region?
Unajua, unaona, remember the last AFCON teams zilikuwa zinaenda ngapi? 16. Sasa ni ngapi?
24.
So pia unakumbuka ule mse alikuwa voted in huyu the current CAF president huyo Ahmed, sio jamaa Madagascar huyo. Alikuwa amesema this time anakuja expand so that Africa as a region we have representation from all parts of Africa. That's the first thing he has achieved. Na kwambia kama ingekuwa bado 16, mimi zani kama zingekuwa hizo tungekuwa tunaongea another story.
Lakini Kwendo, again, ni poa pia unotice kwamba as much as I'm increased to 24 teams, it doesn't necessarily give East Africa ati nafasi hizo zenye zimeongezwa. You have to work your way. Unajua si ati amesema North region mtakuwa mnatupatia these teams.
Ndio sikatai, ndio you have to work your way out, lakini this time exam si ngumu vile. Unaona? Remember the first time kulikuwa na knockout stages ndio uingie group stages. Unaona? AFCON qualifier. This time mnaikwa tu kwa group whereby the first 2 teams of each pool zinafanya nini? Zina qualify. Wametoa one step imetolewa. Lakini ingekuwa hiyo step bado iko. Brother.
Sasa tungekuwa nje.
Tungekuwa na hapa darasa different.
Jura, nani anashinda AFCON 2019?
In my opinion, I think it's a team from the northern part of the African continent. Tusidanganyane. Either Ali or Egypt. Mostly but the hosts have a better chance of winning this thing. And you know, being it's a CAF thing, CAF has always been biased to teams that are coming from the northern part of Africa and western part of Africa, simply because they have been, say, funding the federation or something. You saw even the time that Gor Mahia, case in point, when Gor Mahia were playing with the Hussein Day, when they were denied that goal. Clearly you could see it was a goal that deserved to be counted, but they were denied. So I think it's just because of the favoritism that has been there. So definitely teams that are coming from other parts of the region that are not from the northern side or the western side are going to suffer in this.
Yeah. Mtagora hizo acha kulia ile bao moja. Kama sangefunga ingine.
Wewe kwenda wewe.
Sasa wako bwana.
In fact wewe ikifika ngoja. Wakati inafika continental showpiece. AFC Leopards mko huko. Msiongee anything.
Brother, wacha nikwambie. Nikaa sasa hii Kenya, unaona sasa hii kuna mvua, si ndio? So FC, this is our dry season.
Nairobi hakuna mvua.
Kenya hakuna mvua.
Things have been dry for you.
Utulia brother. Kwanza timu itashinda hii AFCON. This time it will be tricky. Keep in mind, hizi teams za West Africa by the way, si ati ziko strong vile. The likes of Nigeria, the likes of Ghana, Ivory Coast, and ndio Senegal game hawako like where they were like 5 years back.
Yeah.
Mimi naona kutakuwa na surprise team itashinda hii AFCON. Unakumbuka Kenya ndio Kenya tuko mbaya vile. Kuna wase fulani wakitolewa kwa team tunaweza perform. Unaona kuna wase wenye mimi naona kwa hiyo team wakitolewa tu wakaweza eka wase fulani team ita perform. Unaona, lakini tukisema tu unaona kumbuka wakati wenye Zambia ile surprise Ivory Coast. This time pia mimi naona kutakuwa na very surprise team itakuja itabeba hii AFCON.
Umesema vizuri sana. Asante sana. Now you're even taking us to where the discussion is supposed to go. Harambee Stars vs Ghana, first leg 1-0 in favor of Kenya. Second leg against Ghana away in Accra, 1-0 in favor of Ghana. Umesema kuhusu there are players we need to remove from the team so that we can be able to win at least the AFCON ama have a shot in the continental showpiece title. Ni nani hawa?
Unakumbuka Pinches kabla tucheze hii game nilikwambia mimi niliangalia hivi. Nikakwambia mimi niko na shida kwanza na goalkeeper. Ukanichekelea. Na nikakwambia kama tutapigwa. Matasa ikiwa kwa post tutapigwa. Mkasema mimi namuonea. Angalia bao wenye ule msali fungo. Hata goalkeeper wa high school anaweza shika ile ball. No, see at me I don't have any personal beef with Matasi. But me I believe in Kenya we have better keepers than Matasi.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you have a personal beef with someone, you say you don't have a personal beef with a person. Matasi was once AFC Leopards first choice goalkeeper. So turuhusu kwa leo maoni ya Kwendo hayasifuatwe kwa hii conversation. Jura, tuachane na Kwendo. What do you think we should do as Harambee Stars? What should we do to make sure that we have a shot in terms of winning the AFCON title?
Okay, it's all about Sebastian Minye constituting his team to a way that he thinks he has a shot. Well, he was given a tough assignment when he came to Kenya. He was told to ensure that Kenya reaches AFCON, the AFCON, qualifies for AFCON and also reach the Olympics 2020. And so far he has achieved one. And I think with the way he has been constituting the team, even bringing in new players, giving the young players the likes of Akena Ishmael Gonzalez chances, I think with the first game that he will play, if we will win, that is where that he will know how to cook up and have a team that will go forward on properly. But for now, we know nothing. We have not played a team from any other region so far. We don't know. The only region we played with, say, is West African, and
Need to go south and play.
we see the way kina Bafana those sides, Lesotho, those the teams from other places. I'm saying teams from other places in general.
From South Africa.
From other places, okay? And I hear we are supposed to have a training in France.
3 weeks.
And being that the coach is from France, maybe he knows what anajua uchawi anaenda kufanya huko, so tungoje tuone game ya kwanza venye itakuwa, then we see how he will constitute his team, then from then that is when we can judge and see if Kenya really has a shot of going anywhere, or will just be kicked out at the preliminary stages.
Well, in 1974, when Zaire became the first black nation, ama nchi ambayo iko na we call them, should we call them? What? Well, ni nini wewe bana? Well, in 1974, when Zaire became the first black nation, African black nation to qualify for the World Cup, it was courtesy of Mobutu Sese Seko's input as the president. Nigeria the same way. The reason why they grew to be a powerhouse in Africa was because the president alikuwa na input. There is a lot of African countries zenye zimekuwa successful courtesy of presidents ama the government kukuwa na goodwill ya kusupport the team. We have had issue with the Harambee Stars. Most of the time tunasikia wamepromisiwa pesa haijafika. Government sometimes doesn't come in well in terms of preparation. In fact, when they were traveling to Ghana, kulikuwa na issues of funds bado. Bado pesa iko reflect kwa account ya FKF. Kuna jamaa alikuwa amesema atapeana from your side show yako, let's talk about government involvement in making sure that Harambee iko na very good AFCON campaign 2019. Do you think that the government sahi so far imedo enough to make sure that Harambee Stars imefanya vizuri 2019 AFCON?
Wacha tuseme hivi. Hii story ya AFCON this time, preparation ndio, unajua ni venye huu coach, the current coach we have is a guy who performs, unaona? Huyu manager ukimpea all, he's someone that has proved if you provide him with adequate resources, then you will be able to see the results, unaona? Lakini unajua ukitegemea do ya gava, mimi nakwambia kwanza hii gava tu yetu yenye tunajua hii Kenya tunaishi itatu waste. What I release do 1 week to AFCON. Sasa tutafanyia nini? Unaona? So it's upon the federation to seek on other sources ndio wa prepare team. Wakingoja hii gava yetu hii, ai utaona.
Nikisikia government anataka kushika kitu yote kwa sports mimi ucheka mbaya sana. That's why wakati FKF ilipartner na Betin, people are like, oh nini sijui it is biashara, a lot of things, but hii ilikuwa ni a right move. A very right move. I remember there was the time the 3 Kenyan teams had qualified for the intercontinental showpiece. The under 23 had qualified, the women had qualified, also Harambee Stars had qualified, and they needed 44 million to make preparations for these assignments. But the government, through the sports fund, had not released any money. It forced Nick Mwendwa to go and talk to PS Kaberi, and they were told on a Tuesday of that week, the money was going to be. Luckily, or in a good way or in a bad way, Harambee Starlets were removed from the competition. So the government is not something that sports, football per se, can rely on in terms of making preparations. Let's just seek on other avenues where we can get money, make partnership. And you know, FKF does not even have a lot of partnerships. It's either ile pesa wanapata kwa FIFA ndo wana nini, na ile pesa yenye wamekuwa wakipata. Even wakati naonanga saa zingine they have their matches free. Inanishangaza watatoa wapi pesa kufanya vitu vingine. You know, these matches you should pay for, and we as Kenyans tunafaa tukuwe na hiyo roho. Wakati Harambee inacheza, enda lipa pesa, watch, support team. That I think that's a way tunaweza build kikosi chetu na tuende to perform hizi vitu zingine. You know, in some other countries the citizens are enough to ensure that a team is properly facilitated in all the games that they go to. But hapa Kenya, game imewekwa Tuesday Kasarani, game ni tamu. Kwenda hataenda, mimi sitaenda. Nitaenda tu kama ni free.
Your last take on AFCON 2019 qualifiers. Do we have the best 24 teams from Africa fighting for the biggest title in the continent?
Yeah, I can say we have the best, but it is sad to see that it is sad to see that Zambia is not going to participate. Zambia is one of the teams I enjoy watching in the AFCON. Remember, they just won it is it two seasons back? To 2014, yeah, I think they won it 2014. They won it, and it was sad. But I like the spirit in which they left. Walilima Namibia vibaya, hata kama hatuendi ni sawa. But I think we are going to enjoy. Remember, this time there are 24 teams, right? So that means more matches. So I think we are going to see some of the best teams. But remember, kuna zile team hatujaiona Africa for a long time, na kuna team hatujaonekana Africa for a long time. Tutakuwa tunaonekana. So I think Egypt is going to offer us some of the best footballing come June, July.
Like Burundi are newcomers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, interesting conversation about AFCON 2019, in particular the East Africa nation qualifying. Feel free to join the conversation. What's your take on Harambee Stars? Do you think we have what it takes to at least win our first Africa Cup of Nation? Rusha comment yako, keep the conversation going. This has been the first episode. We talked about AFCON. Probably next week we'll be talking about Kenya Cup crucial stage. I understand the playoff tickets are up for grabs. So keep it School of Sport. We'll be making sure that we fed you with the best conversation in terms of latest in the sporting world. My analyst have been Samson Jura, sports journalist, sports analyst, Gor Mahia, Manchester United fan, a winner in the making, and of course Michael Kwendo an AFC Leopard, Mshamba AFC, and a big fan of Arsenal, another losing team, but anyway we still accommodate him in our team. I've been your host Peter Pinches. Until next time, keep it School of Sport.